Rochelle, hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Really a pleasure to speak with you today. Oh, I hope you're doing all right. I hope everything has been good.
It's been good.
Yeah. I imagine for you it's really cool that, here we are in the sixth season of SWAT, and now you are a full-on cast member. And I've noticed in terms of the plot lines how that's really been developing. We have a lot to come this season.
I know. I'm so grateful to be a part of this show. I never imagined that I would actually be a series regular, but here I am, and it's been great.
Right, right. Interesting too that, you happen to know Shemar before, that you worked with him previously, and here we are again.
Right. We worked on Criminal Minds, and here we are on SWAT.
So a lot of what I think what's interesting is sort of a lot of your, well, I mean, let's even draw back to last season, your finale in particular on the ship, on the boat. What an incredible piece of television that was. Watching that, I was so white knuckled the entire time. So, what's it like to make a show like this that's just so thrilling?
I love that they travel, and I get to go to places that I've never been before. I've never been to the Queen Mary before.
Yeah.
I live here, not from here, but I live here. So that was an awesome way to get to see it and experience something new. And then this season, flying to Thailand, I was there for 5 weeks. I got to bring my husband and
Mhm.
just spend time in Bangkok and Chiang Mai and see the elephants. And it's been an amazing ride.
Yeah, the Thailand. I mean, let's go back to this season for that. What's it like on a show like this that, you're flying out to like a location like that? You're not faking it. You're really there.
Really there. It just makes it so much more authentic, that they're writing about a Thailand storyline and we're actually there. And there's just so much action. And I think watching it, even for myself, it's just jaw dropping, right? These fast paced, high energy moments. But it's also mixed with such love and moving, touching storylines as well. And even and for me in Thailand, my stuff is more touching, and I'm worried and scared for my boyfriend. I want
Mhm.
for my boyfriend. And
Yeah.
it's yeah, and I think it's just an amazing adventure to be on this show.
hmm Yeah, that's true because you talk about how, we'll talk about the big moments and the smaller moments. There's one in particular that I can't quite place the episode now, but I remember you're trying to learn a little bit about, can I be a part of this life or not? Or how involved should I be in this life? And, Hondo's teaching you how to, at the gun range, to fire off a gun, and you just say, I can't do it. This isn't me. I can't really find that part. How do you feel about that? The sort of the balance of, am I a civilian in sort of this SWAT world, or am I a part of this SWAT world?
Right. I thank goodness they're not writing the show as a SWAT member because
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, that particular episode was more about her feeling of so vulnerable and fearful for her life, for her baby's life, wanting to protect uh,
Mhm.
her baby, but at the same time not wanting to kill someone. And that's what they do in SWAT. They protect and serve. And if they have to kill someone, they have to do that. And it takes a certain person to do that. And Nichelle, she just realized that's just not her.
Yeah. It was really powerful scene too. I want to shout out as well to the movie that you produced and starred in, The Men in My Life, which I had seen, and it was so fascinating. I saw it was too. That was your first producer credit, and I'm very, very interested to see the sort of work that you have coming up.
You said you saw it, or you
Yeah,
just
yeah. I saw it.
wow. I love
Yeah.
that because one, it's on Amazon, and I think it's very hard to get it. But to talk about that briefly, it was a personal story of mine that
Mhm.
was really about my mother and really about my father. And I wrote it, well, I thought of the story and I had a writer write it over 10 years ago. And I didn't think it would see the light of day. For me, it was cathartic to just get some of those things out. And when we were able to actually bring it to light, and my husband, CJ Lindsay, starred in it as
Mhm.
well. And I got Oba Babatunde, who
Mhm.
played my father, who is in
Yeah,
SWAT,
that's right.
and Ella Joyce, and they did such an amazing job portraying my parents. And now my mom is passed, and my both of them have passed. So for me, it was just a way to just kind of get out all of that emotion, and I was just happy to have done it. And maybe I'll do some more. Producing is challenging, so
Mm.
take a break after that one. We'll
Yeah, especially when it's such a personal story, it's not just slapping a producer credit on it. You really seemed to like you were involved in every aspect of that production.
thank you for
Uh,
watching.
of course, of course. And I was just going to say between that movie and also definitely with SWAT, you've been in the game for a while. It does seem like right now, though, you are sort of, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but it seems like, you're at the top of your game, that you're putting in the work, that you're doing the stuff that you enjoy doing.
Thank you. I am. I feel like I've been very blessed to continuously work since I started working.
Mm.
I I'm always looking forward to just growing and being better and better. But I do feel like right now, being on SWA, which is such a popular show, I just feel so good and so blessed to be a part of it.
Have you had a favorite fan encounter? Have you had a favorite fan moment?
Oh gosh, a favorite fan encounter. I don't people I wear my SWAT gives us sweaters and jackets for like Christmas or something like that. And so I wear my SWAT stuff when I go take my dog on his walks. And people always, oh my God, you're in SWAT. They notice and they're like, I love your character. And it just makes me feel so good that people are happy to see me a part of it, because for a long time I was just in a couple of episodes here and there. I didn't know how accepted I would be. And I've been so fully embraced.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed through watching and rewatching to prepare is that it seems like the show has a plan in terms of growth. You watch the show at the beginning versus now. It seems like you've come into the show as the series regular at a time in which it was needed. That the growth was there. The fact that Honda was sort of living the life in which he couldn't really commit, that he would put sort of SWAT was sort of first and foremost. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. It's going to be interesting to see if that growth is there. And certainly it does seem like there's that trepidation right now, that fear of what's to come.
Absolutely. But you said it, the writers they're awesome, and they have a plan, and they're just putting pieces together slowly. And like you said, there's growth and there's challenges, and I'm sure that we will have way more to come.
Yeah. Oh, I have to ask you about that sort of the initiative that Nichelle is working towards. That doesn't seem like that also seems like something where there's a direction in which it's going. I'm wondering if you could sort of maybe preview that a little bit.
Talking about the Inspector General's office?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. When I actually read that, because I was wondering how my character would really play into the storyline. Would she just be, the girlfriend pregnant,
Mhm.
or would there be more? And when I read that she was getting this job in the Inspector General's office auditing other police officers, I thought
Mhm.
that was really smart, and it brings in a sure conflict of interest because her boyfriend works for SWAT. And so there has already been a couple of situations where it was a little challenging, and there's more of that coming as well.
Mhm. What do you think in general that on a show like this, which really surprises me, it could just be the action and the set pieces as we've talked about, but there are real world issues as well too, that a lot of it feels like it's very contemporary and, it reflects on real life. What do you feel about that?
I agree. I think that they do a great job of pulling stories right from the headlines, whether it's Black Lives Matter situations. I just watched, I can't remember which episode it is, but about gang violence and being initiated into these gangs. That was a very moving one. Or just anything that is happening right now that is so relative, people can relate to it and learn from it. And I think that's a large part of why people keep coming back, because it feels real.
Rochelle, I wanted to just say overall, I really do appreciate that you're putting tremendous work out there on screen, and whatever stories you have upcoming to tell, I cannot wait to see what they are. I've really appreciated hearing from you and speaking with you and the work that you're putting out there. So thank you
So much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Charles.